Ninayalua kuashanayaki. Namalasayalama. Imasehamaki. Good day, good love, good light, illuminators, way showers, teachers of teachers, guides of guides, guardians of Gaia. Happy May. Thank you for joining us once again. It is in divine grace, gratitude, and honor that you join us today and we join you today in this second day of the month of May. I'm Wendy. If you're new to my channel, Languages of Lights, thank you for joining us today. This is Dave, and here we are today once again sharing all kinds of synchronicities, oracle readings, birthday wishes, celebrating the month of May, and all of these fun things that we come across every day. So if you're new to my channel, one of the things that we love to do and I love to do is we share light language blessings and activations and oracle readings and divine wisdom, channeled information. If you're new to the channel, I've got over 1,000 videos. We do all kinds of fun things, lots of live stuff, live events, and what else do I want to say?
Check out our webpage.
Thank you. Yes, I always forget.
languagesoflights.com.
And if there's anything that, any way that we can guide you, I can guide you. And I offer my blessings to you to this day in this month of May, and offer to you all of our excitement as we share our day-to-day synchronicities with all of you, our cups of inspiration. And so I wanted to say, first of all, happy birthday to all of you. I've got my little birthday cake here. So happy May birthdays to all of you. I have lots of May birthdays in my family. So we'll start with that and say happy birthday to all May birthdays. And lots of fun synchronicities with that as well. There was something else I forgot. I just remembered the crystal cards for Emerald. Anyway, if we get to that, celebrating also for the month of May, the crystal for the month of May is Emerald. And it just so happens that we have a beautiful, oops, I don't know if I can even get it out of the box here. We have a little emerald. I don't know if you can see it through here. I guess here. And it's actually encased, and actually it's the emeralds that are also encased in oil, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
That's why it's kept in here. When they're shipped, they're encased in oil, and I think it was to keep it from, I forget the reason already. At any rate,
from scratching.
I think that's what it was, is to keep it from scratching. So it hasn't even, I don't even think we've even opened it to touch it, actually. So that was just another reminder to all of us in connecting with this healing energy of the emerald and the color green, the heart chakra, the month of May, to remind us that green is heart opening, that it is the time here in the Northern Hemisphere to celebrate spring, to break ground, start the gardens, watching things grow and expand just like us. And yesterday, I was looking down at here, so I've got my little frog here, so I got my little green frog. So yesterday I saw a frog. So reminding us once again of transformation, transcendence, that we're all amazing and special, and that every day is, every moment is the opportunity for complete and utter transformation. And by the signs and synchronicities that we follow in our whether it's this guidance or guidance from our higher selves, all of this broadens our awareness of knowing ourselves, knowing thyself, which is really what it is that we came to do. And through all of these messages that we share our own synchronicities with all of you in sharing more of all of ourselves. And so some of the synchronicities that happened with me with the emerald were that just a couple of days ago, I received, I happened to find the letter from a good friend of mine. So I wanted to say hello to my dear friend Sean, Shiny Sean, who lives on the Emerald Isle. I think Dave's going to try to open it for me. And now he mailed this. Okay, can you see it? So yes, it is encased in oil, if you can see it there. So we haven't even opened it to touch it. So, and I don't even remember where we actually, do you remember where that actually came from in the world?
Yeah, India, I think.
Was it India? Okay. And
it's raw. It's a raw emerald, so
yes.
not cut.
So that is why it's in its original state. And so I had been thinking about May and the emerald, and I had just a couple of days ago found a piece of mail from my friend Sean. Hi, Sean. Love you. And it had been mailed. The stamp on it was 11 of 2019, November of 2019. And it had been in my storage, and I just came across it, but everything's now. So we all receive exactly the messages when we need to receive them, because everything's now. So I thought it was very interesting that it came from the Emerald Isle, and that this is May. I found it in May, and a lot of other synchronicities with me and Dave and the Emerald Isle. If you've been watching us for a little while, we've talked a little bit, maybe a lot about some of the books we've been reading from Daryl Anka and Shards of the Shattered Mirror, the book 1 Cryptic, and the book 2 The Nocturnal, in which Willa, as depicted on the pages here, she lives in her time 700 years in our future upline, as they call it, and she lives in Ireland. She has an Irish accent. Bashar's been channeling Willa for quite some time. And when he first channeled her many, many years ago, I felt this tug, this knowing, this feeling. And this was long before I met Sean, long before I had friends all over the world. And I'm so grateful and blessed to all of you for knowing and sharing your journey with me and mine with you. And so all of these beautiful synchronicities were coming into play just in the last couple of days. And so then the green frog, the transformation, and then I came across some other things, so I wanted to show you too. Well, I've got my little apple here for my teachers of teachers. So May, I'm reminded too, is Mother's Day, so it's Mother's Month. So a few of the things I'll be sharing too, this is about mothers and Mother's Day, so, and about fertility, and so one of the things too is I came across my little teeny maraca, which actually I received for at a party for Cinco de Mayo. So Cinco de Mayo is coming on the 5th of May. So I thought it was kind of funny. It's got a little serpent on here. So my friend, another synchronicity, my friend Astara, which was in a couple of our events recently, Astara Michelle, she was just in a video yesterday that I watched on her White Willow Healing on Facebook channel, and she was talking about serpent and the serpent energy and how she connects with it, and she was showing her serpent earrings, and so I thought that was funny too, and that it's green, and so I wanted to share that with all of you as well. And that actually with the idea of the gardening and synchronicities, my friend Pam, so shout out to you, my dear friend Pam, sent us a video today giving us a tour of her garden and how she's already planted the plants and where everything is and what's where. And it was that day on Cinco de Mayo. I already forgot what year that was, 2018 maybe. that she and I met. And so she and I met at Cinco de Mayo. And so I was admiring her garden today, thinking about fertility and May, and doing this video, and all of this beautiful energies, and then reminded too about the serpent. And actually, I think this is actually an iguana. If I look closely, now I see that. A reptile, which actually, I was actually going to pull the lizard card. We have lizards running all over here. We're here in South Florida. And so there's lizards running all over here. So I just realized, I said, that's more of an iguana, like a gecko. What is that? Is it a gecko? I mean, not a gecko. What is that? Oh, I can't even think of the name of it. Not a chameleon. Anyway, you guys can tell me. I was like, the name's escaping me. But, and it's of course something found in Mexico. So the whole idea of Cinco de Mayo, and we're right in the middle of the Spanish speaking community here too. So that's kind of interesting as well. However, that is, this is from the celebration of the Cinco de Mayo for Mexican independence. So anyway, the green and the day that I met Pam, and so that was a reminder for me as well. And I just unpacked it today. Actually, just today I found it. So when I was looking through things as instinct, I follow my instincts, and I'm grabbing things. And I also came across my little. I was trying to. I could not remember the name of the stone, but this beautiful little pyramid that I have, and I think. Did you say it might be kind of it's got beautiful green tones to it, and it's a little hard to see in this time of day here in this light, but so I found this among my things today too. So we've got the pyramid, and I want to share that in another video, but we're talking about the Maya and the Mayan influences of what in the Maya calendar and what's going on right now. So that's reminding me to do a video about that and share that in the coming days. So it reminded me about that as well. And Astara, Michelle had also been talking a lot about this and the influences on her and all of us collectively. So very interesting information that someone had shared. And so it's been kind of rolling around about doing a video about that as well. So I wanted to share this beautiful pyramid. And today equals 12. So today's date is May 2nd, 5/2/2021, which equals 12, which equals 3. So we've got the trinary energy today, the number 12, and then today's date equals 2. So we've got a lot of this 2222 energy. I happen to see 2:22 p.m. today on the clock. So we've got this, 5/2/2021 energy, and then the 12. So I was guided to share that as well, that idea of that energy of the 2222 energy, for all of you, as you are instinctively guided to look that up for yourself to see what does that mean to you and what messages may be there for you as well. And the month of Lily of the Valley. The month of May, the flower for May is Lily of the Valley. And it's a beautiful smelling plant. And it's interesting because when I was looking it up, it was talking about its toxicity. And yet it's funny because it is one of the most heavenly smells ever. Happens to be my mom's favorite plant. And my mom was born in the month of May. And we've been talking a lot about Lily. And it's interesting because in the book series, Willa's mother's name is Lily. And the last few days I've been connecting with what I feel is her, Lily, and her energy. And so, and Dave had bought some flowers here. So I wanted to share the lilies that I had taken. I took several pictures. I haven't posted them yet. But now this is not a lily of the valley, but lilies again. So I wanted to share with you the beautiful blooming lilies. I don't want to spill the water here. And synchronistically as well, I was unpacking and found this cute little vase from my son. He made this when he was a little kid. I don't know if you guys can see, it says Mom. So I happened to unearth this the month of Mother's Day. So I wanted to share that with you as well. He made that when he was a kid out of clay. And so I thought that was a fun thing to share with you as well. And I was reminded of a Bashar video. And he was celebrating Mother's Day, and he was talking about mothers and the hybrid children, and mothers of the hybrid children, and celebrating Mother's Day. And he said to the woman, which I believe was, I'll have to double check. I believe it was Barbara Lamb, if I'm not mistaken. It was her that was asking questions about the hybrid children at the time in an event. And he said, remember that the word mom is wow, upside down. And so we're talking about mother energy and mom energy, and I've been immersed in there's been a lot of synchronicities with us, and the idea of motherhood and hybrid children and synchronicities with some other people in our lives, and caring for children and so forth. So funny that it would be the month of May and motherhood and the synchronicities that came with all of that. And so to all of you mothers, happy Mother's Day. To all of you who may think or even have the inclination that you're a hybrid mother, if you're asking the question, it's yes. We've been sharing a lot more of this information, more of that related information on Open Contact TV. So yesterday we had made a couple videos about that as well. If you have the opportunity to check those out, and stop by opencontacttv.com. We're sharing more of our ET and that kind of extraterrestrial higher consciousness education related type of information, more related to connecting with those ideas as well. And yet this is just an extension of all of this and how all of this helps activate all of that. And so, and with that, I wanted to say thank you to our friends Ivan and Angela Dwelly for finding and delivering Mama Wolf. Now, it's funny because when he delivered it, so hey Ivan, hey Angela, it's not very often that you see a Mama Wolf. And so I wanted to share all that with you and all the beautiful colors of Mama Wolf. And so her name is Zoe. So I wanted to share that with you as well, and all the beautiful colors. And a lot of time, my name is Wendy Wolf by birth, so a lot of times I have been, what you want to called the Mama Wolf. So I'm just sharing all of this as I'm guided to, not really in any particular order, just as it's coming through. And I'm loving also the coloring on here. And I wanted to say, I don't know what this says, so I will have to ask Sean, or look it up somehow. I'm sure that's a Celtic greeting of some form, and I will ask him what it says. And I wanted to say, I tell you what, I asked Dave, I burst into tears. It is really one of the most beautiful messages I've ever received from anybody. So all of this is all a gift. All of this, the sharing, are the gifts. And that's one of the biggest messages that Dave and I want to share with all of you too, is it's the sharing. The sharing is the gift. And all of you spending your time with us, sharing your love, your energy, your comments, your curiosities, your all of it, all of your private messages, all of the sessions you guys have with me. It's immeasurable. So I met Sean very early on in my journey, and we have remained deep friends since. And so that message came at just the right time for me, just when I needed it. And so I wanted to tell you that, you know, if you've been hesitating to share something with someone, maybe for whatever reason, don't hesitate, and just know that even if you didn't do it sooner, don't let not doing it sooner be the reason to not do it now, because you never know when, well, it will be the right time. And so that was just a message that I was receiving now, really from, you know, just well, I don't know, all that is. Let's just leave it at that. So with that said, we've been sharing a lot of interesting information today too about, well, one of the things I discovered today was May, and also happy birthday Taurus. So the Taurus birthdays, and the symbol for Taurus is the bull. I am a Taurus rising sign. And so that energy is pretty heavy with me. And I will tell you from childhood, both of my parents always said I was a bull in a china shop. So, and I can probably attest to that's true. So, but at any rate, and also the idea of the ox, 2021 being the year of the ox. And I am born in the year of the ox as well. So it's sort of this combination of all of these, this strength, courage, what we've all been through, and reminding ourselves of our strength, and reminding us to follow your guidance and your intuition moment by moment. So as I was reminded just now in the idea of the emerald, now you can't make this up. I swear to God, Dave saw it happen. So I unearthed some of my journals. This one just happens to have a lot of fun stickers on it. So today also, as you saw, I was drawing. Those are pens that you can draw, and they're little tattoo pens that Dave bought for me. So this is also about fertility of your creativity, planting the seeds of your creativity. And so here, I'll just show you. You guys can see, so you can order them. And so I was drawing, just reminding ourselves, and it washes off in a couple of days. I've shared these before, but if you hadn't seen them, that's what I was doing, to remind us to allow our creativity to bloom and burst. So May is in the Northern Hemisphere when the flowers are beginning to burst in color. And so to remind us to let our creativity flow. And so I have lots and lots and lots and lots of journals, and different colors and different kinds, and some were gifts, some I bought. I've got a mermaid journal over here. I've got all different kinds. So I just happened to be collecting things for this video and walk over and was guided to grab this journal. And it's got, and it just so happens to have a moose. And so if you look at, I'll just put, and then you guys can maybe stop the video. I don't know how well you can see the words on here, but I could take a picture of it as well. But each one of these stickers I put on here because of the fun sayings on them and what they meant. And so I just happened to grab this particular journal, and I open the book, and I lost the page already, but where is it? Right here. I swear, you guys, I cannot make this stuff up. I'm going to put a green mark on here just because. Oh, I guess I'm not. Oh, there it is. The word emerald. And now I don't know when I'd have to look to see when I did this journal. I don't know, maybe 2015 or sooner. I'm really not sure. But the word emerald right there where I put the mark. So my guidance says grab that journal, and I just happened to open up the page, and Dave walked in the room, and I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe it! It says the word emerald," and I had just walked over to get the box to grab the emerald because for May. So we do. It's all for us, and it's like, okay, all the synchronicities are us speaking to us. And so I was reminded just now, where's my guy? Wish, right behind me. So to all of you whose birthdays are this month, this is our unicorn Wish we found in the pet store when we were buying food for Ranger, sending our love to my beloved Ranger, and who was very also close to Sean. So Ranger was with me in all my videos, if you're new to my channel, from the day I began and before. And so we were shopping and happened to find this unicorn in the pet store, and his name is Wish. And so for all of you, happy birthday, May birthdays, make a wish, but to know that all of your wishes, all of our wishes are already coming true. They're already there right in front of us. It's all there already, right in front of us. And once again, I'm reminded that it just takes our presence to see the gift, and the gift of your presence and your sharing. And, this is the gift for all of us. And I even said that to Dave too, that, here we have this quiet period, all of us, and he and I, that we're in the house, and yet I know that we will look upon this time as a gift. All of us will. Whether we realize it right now or not, we will look upon this, and not just now, but millennia to come, as a gift, that gave us so much that has yet to the ripples to be revealed yet. So, and again, all the colorful, and to remind yourself that, yeah, I bought this for us, me, not Ranger. We bought it for us, and I wasn't even going to get it. And Dave's like, unicorns?
A unicorn named Wish.
How could you not get that? So, so there you have it. So happy birthday wishes to all of you. But to remember that we are new every now, and our wishes are always coming true. It's just, what are we wishing for? What exactly are we wishing for? And so with that, I'm going to reach right now for the unicorn cards. As I said, I'm not going in any particular order. I'm wearing my feathers today too. My beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous peacock feathers. And the green in here is so gorgeous. So I have all this beautiful green color today. And the back of the unicorn cards is very similar to my dress. And so I wanted to share. Oh, here, you can see the front. It's kind of a weird time of day. It's like getting to be sunset. So if we don't close it, Dave has stripes on him. So there's the back. So I feel like this Aurora Borealis coming through, and the beautiful green blue energy, and this combination of the green blue energy. Emerald blue was the name that came to me for my higher heart name, which I connected to for a very, very long time. It was a wolf kind of being. It's kind of a long story, but that is how it presented itself to me, with a beautiful staff, with a beautiful emerald blue color stone, and gleaming with facets. And so I'm reminded of that with the emerald, and that was long before I met Dave, and that is the name they presented themselves, and that it was my connection to my higher heart, and emerald blue. And so I was reminded of that right now. I even have someone in my family who has the middle name of Emerald. I was just reminded, a cousin. So I wanted to just share that idea and that energy with you too, that of the heart chakra opens your throat chakra. And when we open our hearts and our voices, we open our third eye, and we're able to literally see all of our beautiful colors. I've got so many decks of cards here open that I wanted to share with all of you. So I'm just sort of going through a little bit at a time. And so the number 12 today is ACT. On the sacred circuitry, sacred circuits from Sirius, if you've been watching, I've been sharing this for a long time, and on Open Contact TV, about my experience with the sacred circuits brought to us through Bashar, through Daryl, and how I've used them and applied them in my own life, and how I've been guided to share them with all of you. And so today is ACT, which I've got my big giant pad here, and it just happens to be in blue. So number 12 is ACT, and if equals 3, balance. So I'm always reminded to act from a place of balance, and be also the symbols. Well, I've also had this, Dave did this form for me. So, and then 1 and 2 for 12 also is center and expand. So I'm reminded that when we act from a place of balance, we are centered and we expand. And when we are centered, we act from a place of balance and we expand. And so it's these sort of backwards and forwards messages that I get with these numbers that I love to share with you guys. And was there something that you were... Did you look that up?
I did.
I knew it. I knew he was going to look that up.
So this card actually...
Dave, you have a halo. You have a halo again, by the way. I just... Always.
It says, it's actually printed on the back, guaranteed Irish.
Aww.
So this is actually a saying, a common Irish saying, and it's pronounced, and I'm sure I'm going to kill it, but Garav Ma'agut, and it means thank you.
Aww.
So it's an Irish saying,
oh my
meaning
God.
Thank you.
And look at this beautiful, beautiful design. Thank you.
If
Thank
someone
all
does
of
something
you.
nice for you, you could respond with this phrase.
That's so awesome. Look at that. I just love this. Thank you, Sean. My heart is like, I don't want to cry, so I'm gonna hold that, because if I open the card, I certainly can't open it and read that again, because I'll definitely burst into tears again. So, wow. Thank you, Sean. And
The direct translation is, "May there be goodness at you," but no one says that in English. It's "thank you."
may there be goodness at you. Well, I like that, and I think I'm gonna say that more often. May there be goodness at you. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. So first, I'm going to pull a unicorn card. And like I said, I didn't have any particular order that I was going to pull these in. And what I found was, did I finish that sentence? I don't think I did. I found that we could not find it. We could not find a bull card in any of the animal oracle decks that I have so far. I couldn't find a bull card in any of them. So Dave was looking up I said, oh, we have to look up the bull animal totem and bull animal guides. And so I'm guiding all of you guys to do that as well. Do some hunting, do some digging, look up the bull animal totem. And again, it's the year of the ox. So I will be sharing a little bit more about that. And being that is my year, and I was born the year of the ox. And so I know that there's messages there for me. And so so now I am actually excited. So let's see what the unicorns, and I will have to say too that if you're not familiar with us and Dave, I have a unicorn statue out back. Its name is Eclipse, and Dave's had unicorn here for a while, long before I came too. And a herd of unicorn is actually called a blessing. So there we go. So it's blessings to all of you. And wow, that was just, I love that. And so, but we've talked about this before too, but we've got unicorns, and I've actually got a bunch more my little unicorns in storage still, my little stuff furry toys. So
AJ has unicorn poop.
Exactly. Now, who is unicorn? I mean, really. And food. Unicorn food. Yeah, seriously. And I've got unicorn scrub that Dave bought for me. So, yes. Okay. Miracles. All right. Seriously, miracles. Okay. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. I will tell you guys, that is a message for me, loud and clear. Surrender the how. We have this conversation quite a bit, because even today I read somebody's meme on Facebook, and it said something about that. Something about, wouldn't it be just nice to know once in a while the why, the how? But no, we're not supposed to know the how. Our brain is not designed for that. How it all works, how the miracles are going to happen, that's not what it's about. It's about actually trusting that the miracles are happening already, moment by moment by moment. So that was definitely, the how is where we get caught up in stopping the gifts that are already there, by trying to figure out how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, why isn't it happening? All of those things. We all want to have the answer. We want the answer now. I'm going out. Actually, I just went to the spirit messages from your animal spirit guides, and because I saw the unicorn card poking out, because I pulled it earlier. So, and it's actually, this is almost the same colors, I think, as the unicorn. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. The miracles happen when we are our true selves, when we indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. And just like we were saying, artistic expression.
And
how
do we do that?
How do we do that?
With
passion. So, passion.
Horses.
And
we
love horses, and we've been talking a lot about horses, and I've been in the horse energy a lot, especially in the last 24 hours. So very interesting. I was just had a long conversation about horses and horse stables and feed stores and that kind of thing, and being near equestrians and growing up near equestrian, and all of this. So very funny. Passion, do what excites you. Well, there we go. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. Where are you not creating, sharing your creative expression and sharing your passion to create the miracles in your life? And my guides said the same thing to me yesterday. What are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? So I was just looking to see if I have all these notes that I was taking in my journal, and I was just looking to see if there was anything. Oh, okay, that was the other thing I forgot to share with you guys. I wrote also on the other side of this, Emerald, on the other side of this page, I was just reminded. Now, this was just a automatic writing. I was sitting one day writing down whatever words came to me, whatever year this was. And I was just writing down words, whatever. And among them, the family we haven't met, elementals, welcome friend, family and relatives, a bonny lass. Well, that's a term from Ireland, a bonny lass, a beautiful girl. Realize, relax, island, green isle, lucky, Irish, to guide you. I am a lucky Irish. So one of the things, where's my bag? I have this bag here that I've had for a little while, and I've shared it a few times. Now, I will say, Dave and I met on 7/7 for the first time in a video. And it says here, lucky and loving it on the bag. As you can see, a slot machine. Abundance. So there's lots of magic references on here. There's all kinds of very interesting signs and symbols on here. So when I met Dave in person, when I met Dave in person, a week later was his birthday, and he made a birthday wish. And the very next day, he sent me a message, and it said, I am the luckiest boy ever. And I had no idea what he was talking about. No idea. Serious, I had no idea. And well, here I am. And it was, and unbeknownst to me, August, September, October, 3 months later, I would be actually living here. So, very interesting, these coincidences.
Thank you, Bree.
And so, I couldn't believe it, too, that here I am, and I've written these how many years ago. And, I mean, it's all on there. And all of these beautiful synchronicities. So, how do these synchronicities apply to any of you? The idea of connecting the levels of mastery, becoming the cryptic, the nocturnal, the sage, the wraith, the shapeshifter, the wraith.
2013.
Is that
January 11th.
Well, that's okay. Well, well. Well, that's interesting.
And the sacred symbols.
I drew all the sacred symbols on one page, and it just so happened that I drew the Star of David. Now, if any of you don't know, Dave is Jewish, and I didn't know that, but when I was meditating on him before we met at all, even on video, and I drew the Star of David, and I had no idea. So, hexagon, Star of David, and that is what I wrote, because it's the Merkaba. It is the vehicle that drives our spirit. And interesting that I would draw the sacred circuits on here, which really led to a whole beginning. I also have Aladdin's lamp here that I drew, a terrible version of, but a magic lamp. Miracles, magic.
And your logo.
And actually, that is funny. Okay, that's funny because I wrote myself a check on January 11th, 2013. And what? Oh, it's 3333333333333, and a whole bunch of symbols, galactic symbols. That was the symbols I put on. Those are the symbols on my check, which is interesting because these are actually actual symbols. And it just so happens that one of the symbols in here turns out to be one of the one that Bree ended up suggesting that I use for my logo, which is actually what I use for my logo on my website. So, very interesting. And that was I drew that years before I had even considered having a website. I had no reason to have a website when I was drawing these because I hadn't even started speaking light languages yet when I was drawing this. So, I started speaking light languages in 2014 in August, his birthday month.
Only 333 million?
And the month we met. I know, well, it just kept going. It was infinite. So then, August is, and so, oh my goodness. That is pretty funny.
She wrote herself a check.
I wrote myself a, here, give me
to
that.
cash.
Give me this. He's making fun of my check. So I've got all kinds of automatic writing in here.
So didn't Jim Carrey say that's what he did?
Yes.
We were just talking about Jim Carrey and his
his profound speeches and his awakening process and him sharing his awakening process and all of that. And that was the first thing he talked about doing was when he very first started, he wrote himself a check, and then it wasn't very long and he landed his first job. So there's that. Lots of interesting synchronicities here. So we have to remember that if we really understand that everything's now, we're conjuring this now, we made this up now, we created this right now. There is no past. But yet there's another version of me, her, that wrote this book, that's leaving this for me now. So.
And I'll ruin a little bit of the surprise if anyone's going to look up the bowl. But one of the things is abundance.
Well, there you go. We were reading up on the bull, and that is the symbol of abundance.
The check.
And then we find, well, that's true, see? And so I was reminded, wait a minute, did I have, you know what, did I find an ox? I don't think I did. Was there an ox card? Wait a minute. No, what's in this one? I couldn't remember. Oh, the buffalo. So the closest thing we found, well, I pulled the frog card too, but so the closest thing we could find was the buffalo. And so interesting that, and I haven't forgotten, there is a video to come about the buffalo woman. Yes, there is. And so, but when we were looking up the idea of the bull and Taurus, it is the symbol of course, of abundance. And then the year of the ox, a lot of very interesting information about the story of the year of the ox and the Chinese New Year story in the year of the ox. So things to also give you to explore should you be excited and guided to do so. And so I wanted to read briefly in this book here, the Animal Spirit book, and inside of here, 2 feet, 4 feet, scales or hide, may our minds stay open and our wings span wide. So I always love reading what's inside the decks.
It says May right there.
And it says May. And the symbols on the back of the elements. And here's the buffalo card. And so, yes, I deeply resonate with the buffalo woman, buffalo spirit, and also probably that because I was born in the year of the ox as well. The owl.
It just popped open.
We've been happy to be also talking about owls lately as well. Buffalo, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hoofs of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward the heaven. And the buffalo, the hooves remind me of the bull, of being grounded. It is an earth sign, so deep earth connection energy. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, I say every minute, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. And isn't it funny, we just talked about that in gifts and birthdays. And so when this is in balance, and today equals 3, which is balance. So when it's in balance, we are trusting and we have pure presence. And so I wanted to share that. And the storm, see the storm behind us, the buffalo doesn't even notice the storm. Doesn't even notice. So I was looking to see what else I wanted to, if there was other ones that I wanted to. Oh, yes. And so this was another interesting synchronicity. Excuse me. I was guided to the Magical Herb Oracle, and because of planting seeds in gardens, and so enchanting secrets from the garden. I love this. I shared this some readings from this. I absolutely love this. The yarrow on the front too, and the key. The key. Dave and I have been having a lot of experience with keys, and I have a desk that I have a key that I have yet to find. And so the key, a lot of information about the keys. What doors are you being asked to unlock? What locks have been presently hidden from you? What even doors have not even presented themselves to you? This is how this works, is when we raise our vibration, we're able to see the new doors appear in the hallway that we just couldn't see before, the new options, the new possibilities. So I was guided to this deck, and I wasn't sure what card I wanted to pull. So I looked at the inside, and I looked through the contents, and I scanned down, and I said, oh, Motherwort. Of course, Motherwort. Mother's Day. So what happens, of course, I pick up the deck, I open the deck, I turn it around. Number 13, Motherwort, courage. Courage. It takes courage to be a mother. It takes courage to be a parent. It takes courage to mother a project. And it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman here. That's not what we're talking about. It takes courage to mother something to fruition, whether it's a seed into a beautiful plant. And maybe you need to look up Motherwort as well. What more information does this essence of the plant have for you right now? Motherwort. Oracle meaning the confidence and strength you need is within and only has to be awakened. All the energy and endurance you need will be available, and the tools you require will present themselves as needed, so do not hesitate to undertake what is before you. Well, it's a perfect message for all that we've been talking about. Of course. Oh, hang on to that. It may take longer than you hope or expect for outcomes to be resolved at the moment, but longevity is assured with any undertakings or commitments made. Listen to your heart, because it is speaking a truth you need to hear. Heart, speaking the heart truth. Situations involving children. Okay. Okay, situations involving children are a focus, and love is also a theme at the moment. So I'll share the rest of this. Here, let me see what's left. Okay, I'll hold this up. I don't know if you guys will be able to actually read it if you stop the video or not, but that way you have the opportunity to take a look. And I can share this on my Facebook page or on my website as well. But very interesting, because here we're talking about courage, and we have everything within us: the ox energy, the bull energy, the surefootedness, the strength that we have. I'm I'm feeling all of this, and I'm looking at all my stickers. What does that say? Got map happy, big sky country, northern wilderness, puzzle fun, the main event, heartland of America, the Rockies rock, way out west, aloha, west coast cool, Polly wants a puzzle, and welcome to Gator country. Now let me tell you guys, I just moved to Florida. And we've been talking about Hawaii, have friends in Hawaii. So I was looking at all this going, wow, there's a lot of synchronicities there for me.
Now remember, we create this now.
And I used to live in the northern wilderness, and we're creating this now. So very, very fun and interesting. So there we have it for a few more synchronicities. I was looking to make sure... I was looking to see if there was anything else that I wanted to bring up, and I really think that was really everything. And the horn, we were reminded too, in the information that you were looking up, and the ox is about abundance and rebirth and spring, and the horn symbolizes solar energy. And what was something about the sun bow, where they talk about the sun bow, as in the sun.
And I'm not sure exactly what that meant.
So maybe that's something that needs to be explored.
One other little thing that I wanted to mention, in the Bible, and this is just something I read today, in the story of Jesus as a baby, there's mention of the bull.
Oh,
and
that's the bull and the donkey.
And the donkey.
That was it.
And what the information said was, every time the bull was mentioned, there was also a donkey involved. So they were always paired together, and it was part of the baby Jesus story. So I will just connect those dots and say just the idea of Christ consciousness.
Yes, me too.
And
today's three, the Trinity, the trinary consciousness.
And the opening up of more of that. And this particular thing I read talked about the meaning in Christianity of the bull and the donkey, where the bull represents the Jewish people and the donkey represents the non-Jewish people, and how as Jesus was born, the two come together and represent unity consciousness as opposed to separation.
It was really interesting looking through the animal books that I have, oracle books. I couldn't find a bull or a donkey. I don't think. I thought one of them had it, but
they're both unusually missing.
It was very weird. I was like, I swore I had one. I thought, I guess not. And I thought, well, maybe I should look again to see. So yeah, if you guys have any oracle decks that have a bull or a donkey, or if this is a guide for all of us to look it up. Look up the bull animal totem, the donkey animal totem, the spirit guides. It's a guide for us all right now, a message for some reason. So I'm just thinking about more about the bull energy and what else that they had to share with that. And that is a reminder too that I was just thinking about the term a bull in a china shop, because it implies that you're sort of like knocking things over and making a mess and, that kind of thing, and making irreparable damage. But yet, I think that that's one of our fears, is to be the bull in the china shop, to shake things up, to break things, to walk in a room and shake it up, to be something different, be the different that you've been wanting to be the shake it up, be the creative expression that you've been wanting to be that you haven't, birthing something new, mothering something new, parenting something new. What seeds do you want to plant that you want to see come to fruition in a couple of months?
Corn.
There you go, corn. And
squash.
What seeds are you wanting to plant? And what are you afraid might grow?
Well, you were talking about the doors and opening doors.
Yeah, and it just so happens Dave pulls.
There was a Gateway Oracle cards deck right in front of me, and I thought,
Oh, Gateway.
And I just picked up the cards, and this sort of came flying out.
So this is the Gateway Oracle deck, and I love the back and the front, by Denise Lynn. I just love this deck. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. A door, opening doors. See, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, you can't. And Dave is the one that pulled it. So these are all messages for all of us, embracing the future, and everything that we just read too about it will come at exactly when it needs to come. It is happening.
Planting seeds.
Okay, seriously, planting seeds. Seeds.
So I'm actually, I was looking at the cards in this deck.
Almost every card is like one after the other.
It's reminding me that every door is always available to you whenever you want to open them.
That's a good point.
So
that's a very good. Actually, that kind of gave me a heart stirring when you did that about opening all the cards and saying,
they're all
open it. They're all there for you, and it's seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. And this is a message for all of you. I'm thinking of my friend Pam right now, and on so many levels. And so how does this apply to all of you? And as I look through these, it is and one of the things I love about this deck is it seems like every time I shuffle and I just pick up the deck, it is, not as if, it is. Every card in a row is the story that I've been in the order, if you will. So, very interesting. I love this. Being in the flow. I am in the flow of the universe. And Dave and I just had that whole conversation about flow. Well, we have that conversation a lot. About flow and about being in the flow. What does it mean to be in the flow? And when are we swimming upstream? When are we swimming against the flow? And that's when we're swimming against the flow is when we become the bull in the china shop, because we're not sure of ourselves. And we do tend to knock things over and make a mess and break a bunch of stuff when we're not in the flow. And so that's I think a very good message for all of us now too, is that, when we're in the flow, we're very sure-footed, we're sure of ourselves, we feel good about where we're heading, and that to remind ourselves that all of these doors are open to us. And there's so many more messages. I'm over. I don't want to say overwhelmed, but I feel all of this information just coming to me through all of these cards. But I know that we're also getting to the hour time here, so I did want to. I don't know that I want to keep us too much longer. Is there any other cards you're guided to share or information I'm thinking about? Is there anything that I haven't shared? I do want to do a light language blessing as well for May. And I love this little turtle. So last night we were talking about turtles, and I found this again yesterday too in my box. You are special. This was given to me by my sister. So turtles about, and turtles are very important in my journey about, and also about coming out of our shells. The turtles were laying their eggs when Dave and I met, and when I did my first light language a public event when I met Dave in person. So the turtle energy is, and we were just talking with a guest last night here at about turtles and how she was talking about that, what it meant to her as well. So you are special. We really are all special. We are. Each and every one of us is unique. And I was just reminded about what they were talking about the puzzle pieces earlier. That you being your creative self is you actually being the puzzle piece you're supposed to be. So.
Well, so.
I love this deck.
Yeah. So I'm sort of thinking we were also talking about the idea of being yourself and not conforming to other people's beliefs that they try and convince you that you should adopt for yourself. And, you know,
you reminded me of something.
I don't want to be a belief thief.
I'm glad you said that about beliefs.
So, perhaps we could say be a rebel and stick to your own truths.
Yes.
And you could pick a rebel card.
The rebel cards. Okay, so this is the rebel. The what's it called? Sacred Rebels. I love this deck. The Sacred Rebel deck. And
a fair child.
There's so much going on in here. I just want to show you the back with the DNA and just everything. So I just wanted to share that with you. Number 27. Well, that's the first card that came out. Receiving. So we are receiving all the time. And look, she's drinking from a cup and receiving information, guidance. A cup of inspiration. That's what these are. A cup of inspiration to all of us. I was reminded when Dave was talking about beliefs, and one of the things that I was reminded was it's the rebels that shake things up, and the rebels that are considered negative, yet I was just reminded too about the run of the bulls in Mexico and Spain and Cinco de Mayo and the run of the bulls, and how I don't even know if it's still a thing. I don't know if it's still actually happening.
I think they still do it.
But the challenge, the run of the bull, the courage to get out there with the bulls. But it takes the rebel spirit to be the way shower, to light the way, to illuminate the way for another. It takes us rebels, and it takes a rebel to be a mother and a father. It takes a rebel spirit to embrace and guide another, no matter what. And I always thought that was the most important job, was the mother. And so as we embrace May and the Mother's Day, this mother spirit is a part of all of us. The mother, father, the divine masculine and feminine, the perfect balance. Number 3, balance. The third thing, the child, whatever that is, the third thing that's created. And yet it takes the rebels to be these spirits. And one of the messages I was reminded of in the last few days was about belief systems and motherhood. And for myself, being a mother also of grown children, and what belief systems were bestowed upon them, and how we, as new parents of a new generation species of human development, that we are the parents of the rebel spirits of this new species of human, and literally releasing the belief systems that are imparted upon to our children, literally with in development from conception.
And the cool
Planting the seed.
synchronicities about this whole subject is that we had been talking about it and didn't talk about it on the video. We were just talking about it amongst ourselves. And we start seeing synchronicities of other people talking about the same thing.
Yes.
Sometimes people we normally wouldn't watch or see, but they start popping up as, not only confirmations of the things that we're talking about,
Yes.
but also that it's an important subject for people to be aware of. And that's sort of how synchronicities work. And it's just as cool to sort of have an idea and see, wow, a lot of people all of a sudden are having the same idea at the same time, receiving the same kind of messages.
Yes. Very much so. I find that very true.
And I also remember the synchronicity. I don't think you mentioned about the cardinal, but I see it sitting right over there.
Yeah.
There was another synchronicity yesterday that happened regarding the cardinal.
And a cardinal's a sign of spring, and we were talking about that yesterday, that Dave's talking about. So for all of you that want to look up the cardinal spirit, and it is a sign of spring in the northern hemisphere. So that was kind of interesting that she was just talking. We had a guest yesterday, the same one that was talking about the 1111 and the numbers, and also happened to be talking about a job fostering children. So very interesting that she's looking at fostering children, and she was talking about the cardinal and a synchronicity that she had with the cardinal. And I gotta read here, you can read it. So there must be a message for all of you here as well.
The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back to equilibrium.
Balance. Well, now we know why we had to read that card. So, and I'm not sure, I always forget, I think this is a heron on the back,
So I'm going to share the story of the synchronicity to maybe make a little sense of why this card said what it did. This person is in the process of changing jobs. She had felt that her balance was off, and the way her life was moving was wrong, and the job that she had was not to her highest good. And she was following the synchronicities to a new job. So now we could tell her that this is a sign for her because she was talking about the cardinal.
So this is a whole other
synchronicity. I think she actually said she saw a cardinal, which she didn't know was around here.
She said last night.
She used to see them all the time.
She says, I used to see them all the time, and I haven't seen one. And she says, I just saw one. And
so this is a sign for her about that she's bringing things back in balance.
And she even said,
we don't see cardinals around
and she's
her.
like, and when I saw the cardinal, I realized that yes, I'm in balance. I'm following my passion. That I'm on the path I'm supposed to be on, and I'm following this job, and I'm excited about it. So and so she saw the cardinal, and that was her sign, because that's the first one she had seen in Florida. And then I pull up this deck today and see the cardinal, and then Dave just pointed, and I wasn't even going to share it really. So, but that's a perfect synchronicity for all of you and all of us, that her synchronicity, and now this is a sign for her back to confirm, and for all of you as well. So I like that a lot.
Maybe someone out there watching has just seen a cardinal. So
there we have it. I love that. I think, I don't know, I was going to pull another card, but...
Pull one card from
okay. Excuse me, my throat chakra is like... Oh. And I love the flowers. So for May Day, we were doing videos yesterday about open contact, because last night was the CE5 contact meditation at 9 p.m. all over the world, wherever you were. And so we were talking a lot about that and doing videos about that on Open Contact TV. And so May Day, we were talking about May Day yesterday, and doing a May video and doing this video, but we really wanted to do that as well for last night. So, but we were talking about May and May Day, that I think that Dave wore this on May last year when we talked about May Day and the celebration of May Day and Beltane. So, and remember, I've got so many videos, and I wanted to thank you and all of you, Indigo Fire. Hey, I just wanted to shout out to you as well, because we have to remember too that Dave and I watch videos all the time that are years and years and years old. We listen to videos and audio recordings that are decades and decades and decades old. We read books that are millennia old. If you're reading it now, hearing it now, seeing it now, it's for you now. And so I want to thank all of you who do still look, watch, comment on a bunch of the old videos, because even though I'm not her technically, that message is still for you now and through me. So
when you comment and Wendy sees them, that's for us
and
now.
And it's for us now.
Also.
Because what was interesting was we were talking about 11/11 and talking about other people talking about 11/11, and then you commented on a video that you watched that had to do, it was an old video that I had done about 11/11 energy. So do you see how by you sharing the comment, it was my confirmation for things we've been talking about, my synchronicity that I needed to see. That's how this works. So, okay.
111 on the
big,
timestamp.
Bold vision. Number 15. Ooh, and the sun. There we go. Look, you guys. The sun. Big, bold vision. What is your big, bold vision that you need to come into fruition? Number 15. 1-5 equals 6. 15 is manifest on the sacred circuitry. Can't reach it.
The TARDIS.
Oh, the TARDIS! Yes, I have a TARDIS pillow for all you Doctor Who fans. Yes, I fly around in my TARDIS all the time. What a perfect time of day.
I was going to just put something over here.
This is
so you
awesome.
Can see the card.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Good I don't know if you can see it better that way.
I love how the sun was shining on it, though. That was so cool. Yep, I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. That is so awesome. Look at that. I know. I just want to make sure. Yep. Big, bold vision. If that's not the message, I don't know what is right now.
It's bigger on the inside.
Big. Well, there you go. That's right. The TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Time Lords. We're all Time Lords. Everything is now. Now. That's what makes us Time Lords. Understanding that everything's now. You are the Lords of Time.
And that reminds me, we have something we need to watch.
We do.
Because it involves all kinds of other synchronicities. Maybe we'll have something to report.
Oh, okay. We won't tell it just yet then. Okay. Well, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you once again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing you and indulging us and sharing us. Oh, and I'm looking at this inside of this. May you always be on the inner quest.
Another May.
Another May. Another May. May you always be on the inner quest. Because no matter what, that's all this is an inner quest. You all are reflections to each and every one of us. Know thyself. How can I know thyself more fully? You are always on an inner quest. It's always and forever. You exist. You always will. And may your inner quest find miracles and magic. And may we all see everything from the brightest, most positive perspective we possibly can, moment by moment, so that we really can manifest the miracles, because they're already there. We're just standing in the way of them coming to us. And so I love this. I love this. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Happy May. Happy Mother's Day to all of you parents out there, because it's not just about the mother. It's about all of it, because it took three. It's a three-way street there. a three-way agreement. And remember that I'm just reminded of all the things that we read today and all the cards and how all those messages apply to me and my journey of joy, and to remind all of you that really there is supposed to be joy in all your journeys, that the word journey begins and ends with the word joy.
I'm going to take a picture for a thumbnail, I think. There
okay.
Look at me.
Look at you?
Yeah.
You're funny.
Because there's cards all over the table.
Oh, is that what you were taking a picture of? Yeah, if you guys can really see.
Maybe we'll use it as a thumbnail.
If you can really see what happens here as I'm going through things and really, this is what it's like for me in private sessions with all you guys. They're never the same twice. Whatever it is that you're looking to explore. I just wanted to reiterate. I do my private sessions by voluntary donation, meaning whatever you have to share with me, however you have to share it. If you have a monetary donation after we have a session, if you'd like to donate to my expansion, whatever that means in any way, whether it's a monetary donation, whether it's gifts, letters, cards, any sharing, anything you do that gives you passion. And I have so many more things, all of these things that I was show and tell, all of these gifts that you guys have bestowed upon me in the videos that I get to make in thank yous. And there's lots more of those. And I want to do more videos about answering your comments and your questions more fully. So all of this is such a joy for me. So that's how my sessions work. If you have something to share in all ways, any form of abundance, that is just how I operate. So whether it's you want to learn, explore more about light languages or activations or channeling, receiving channeled information, receiving information through the oracle, all of the above. If you want to just have someone to explore your experiences, maybe your ET contacts. What do you do with all this information? Maybe you're already speaking light languages, or you want to and you don't know what to do with it, or you feel this pull to do something, or this fire inside of you, and you're not sure which way to take it. We never know how these sharings together, where they'll end up, and it always creates this beautiful third thing. And so that's how I share what I love and what I do, and my passion. As we pulled the card, that is my passion. That is our passion. So whether it's me alone, Dave alone, us together, that's what it's about. It's about the sharing. So I wanted to put that out there as well. If you want to contact me, contact us. You can contact me through languagesoflights@gmail.com, or just go right to my website on the contact page, booking a session there, requesting a session there. When we're doing events, when we do our Goddess Fridays, we do post them there. I've got symbols there to share that you guys can look at for activation. You can download them. And I do post things sporadically on my blog, things that just happen that I want to share with all of you, explanations maybe of videos, and also check us out on our Open Contact TV. You can find us there as well, and opencontacttv.com, where now we're sharing our more other galactic selves and inspirations and explorations and expansions with all of you, related more to that idea of open contact and opening contact with all of ourselves and the all of the entities and planetary systems, and finding out more about our galacticness and our galactic DNA. How did we start? What's all this about? All of that. So is there anything else you want to add to that?
Nope. I think
I got it all.
I think you've covered everything. Go to Wendy's website. Go to opencontacttv.com.
And all of our other Facebook links and all that are in there.
All there. So we're excited for your participation.
Very.
So we're excited about every comment that you make, every time that you reach out to us.
And when we do our live events, we love it when you guys come and hang out with us and just share your love and your energy. It's just so much fun. I think that's everything. Well, happy May, everybody. We'll be having more videos during May, but just want to bring this cup of inspiration from May and May Oracle to all of you, and happy birthday to all of you once again. All May birthdays, and we'll be celebrating all of you every day. So much love. We celebrate you every moment, and talk about you all the time. So much love. Bye, everyone.